So, sir, I will share with you a few back-of-the-envelope calculations of their own measures. Now, the tax-free threshold of $400,000 monthly, most people out there may not be able to calculate that, but we have calculated that in the Ministry of Finance. And I want you to keep a tab here. That measure will cost, and it's very easy because you could look at how much the threshold adjustment will cost us. We have, of course, increased the threshold from 100 to 130, and we told you how much that would cost. So you could easily extrapolate. It's not quite as simple, but you could do a rough extrapolation. Sir, increasing the threshold to $400,000 monthly in the first year in office, we have estimated will cost about 34 billion Guyana dollars. The 100,000 hard cash, once or twice a year for adults. Let us work with an estimate of 600,000 adults, which is what we are working with for our cash grant. Right? 600,000, let's work with 600,000 persons, 600,000 beneficiaries. That's 60 billion a year. If you go with the or twice, that's 120 billion. So we're now at 34 plus 120, $154 billion. Making UG tuition fee, etc., they tell we how much they're going to put in. They said 25 billion. So take the number and add it on. Yes, Indara, see you pull out your calculator there. 34 plus 120 plus 25. Sir, paying $50,000 a month to students attending UG and technical institutes. Let us work with 11,000 students at UG and 3,000 students at the technical institutes. That is 14,000. 14,000 times 50,000 a month with 12 months in the year, $8.4 billion. In there, stop me if I go wrong. 8.4 billion. Add that. Sir, for UG students, they said they were going to reimburse all loans and cash payments and reimburse everybody who had paid fees, etc., etc. Graduates will reimburse loans and write off loans, cash payments, etc., with 5-year proof of work. Let me assume $1 billion. Add on another $1 billion. Subsidies for water, free water for up to $5,000 a month. You could do a rough calculation if you work with maybe 250, 300,000 households, 5,000 a month times 12, you end up with about $11 billion there. Free electricity up to $10,000 a month. Again, $10,000 a month times 12 months, you work with roughly 230, 250,000, you end up with roughly, our estimates, 27.6 billion. Old age pension, $100,000 monthly. We have, let's say, about 75,000 old age pensions, 76,000 old age pensions, roughly. 100,000 per month times 12, multiplied by 76,000, that is $91.2 billion. Right? $91.2 billion. Good. Salary increase. If we work with the 2024 wage bill, you slap on the 35% what they said they're going to put on under, your wage bill gone up by $73.5 billion to $283.5 billion. A raise in the minimum wage to $200,000 per month, that is going to cost you roughly about $43.2 billion. Another $20 billion for direct cost of living measures that they said they would do, $20 billion. They give you the number. They said they would put another $3 billion to the Small Business Bureau. I didn't list all of the measures there. They said they're going to put another $3 billion to small businesses, put another $3 billion. They said they're going to put $50 billion to a development bank. with a focus on improving productivity, etc., said put another $50 billion. They said they will allocate $100 billion for the rent-to-own program. You remember the rent-to-own program? Whatever they want to call it, that's another $100 billion. They say they will support GPL for the maintenance and upgrade of the grid, and they gave us the number for that, $200 billion they said they're putting in there. $200 billion. And then they said job seekers to benefit, $40,000 monthly. Let's estimate maybe about 10% of the adult population. Roughly, we work with maybe 60,000 persons benefiting from $40,000 monthly, 40,000 times 12, times 60,000. I'm advised that that comes out to roughly about $28.8 billion. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, those measures come up to how much? $799. You get $763. I may have glossed over some very quickly. Maybe our assumptions differ a little bit. And there say he gets $766. Mr. Speaker, our estimate, and I challenge them to say that these things will cost differently from what we have estimated. Those measures alone will cost, the incremental impact will be $799 billion, almost $1 trillion. The fictitious, fictional, imaginary measures that they have announced, the whimsical and fanciful dream that they've been painting, the delusion that they're living, the malarkey that they've been spinning,